Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to let you know whenever I post a new video. Guys, got the 2024 BMW M2 in the shop right now, and it's time to do some bolt-ons and make this car fast. If you guys aren't familiar with this platform, it is a very, very fast platform to make fast, really easy. We're gonna be doing downpipes on this, full exhaust, front intakes. We already got the PCM sent out and back, so it's unlocked, and then we're gonna be doing a Flexfuel kit on this as well. Just those mods will take this car from 400 horsepower to around 800 horsepower on E50 fuel, which is insane. These cars have been running mid-9s with these mods, and we're gonna go ahead and do everything to it, and then probably take this thing to the track this weekend. You see here, we got everything apart. We went with the AWE exhaust. This still uses the exhaust valve so you can make it loud, make it quiet. Comes with the mid pipes, and then we got our down pipes coming for it. Donnie's taking all the stock stuff off right now. We got some front mount intakes coming from RK Tunes and downpipes coming from RK Tunes as well. But this car, I've had it for a few months now. It's just got a little over 2,000 miles on it. It does have the Vossen forged wheels, which are pretty wicked looking. We got some Nitto 555 R2 drag radials. 555 G2s in the front. It does have KW coilover sleeves on it. Did a carbon splitter on the front. You know, just kind of did a few little mods to it, but now it's time to make it fast. Just messing with the BMW head up in the air. Man, Vossen, it's pretty cool. They have everything stamped on the back of the wheel. Made in Miami, Florida, USA. Manufacturing date. It's got a serial number on them. Engineered for a 2023 BMW M2. This is the rear, 20x11. It's got your offset, bolt pattern, weight, and the kind of material they use. That is freaking cool. And then it's got the what style of wheel they are. It's on every wheel. I've never seen that before. Okay, we got the downpipes in from RK Tunes. They're high flow, 50 state legal. We're not going to show them to you because they're already in the car, so you can't even see them anyways. But there you see the end of one right there. Like I said, you can't see them, they're way up in there. Then we got the front mount intakes we're going to put on. Donnie's got the Flexfuel kit all laid out over here. We'll get that on. We'll have a full Flexfuel vehicle. Donnie, who makes a Flexfuel sensor?
Continental.
GM.
Or GM.
It's a GM part.
GM goes on about every car we do flex on. It's always the same GM.
It is a GM Flexfuel sensor, which right there. Thank you, GM, for making such a part that we can use on multiple brands of vehicles and still work like factory. Give her another rip, Donnie. Damn.
It's loud.
It ain't no sleeper anymore. Sweet. We're moving the stock air boxes right now. Obviously, these are going away. Not the prettiest engine bay, right, Donnie?
No, these are so ugly.
It's pretty ugly under here. So we're going to change up a little bit. Since Arcade did not send us all the parts for the intakes, we had some Berger Motorsports intakes I had on one of my old M3s. These will go right on the M2, so we're going to get those on here, so at least it'll have some type of intake on it. And then we'll get some tunes loaded in this thing and put some E50 fuel, and we'll go out and see how this thing runs. All right, so we got the Flexfuel on, got the Berger Motorsports intakes on, we got our tuner deal here. That's to flash the engine tunes, and then we got our XHP for the transmission tuning. So we have two separate ones. So we're gonna tune the trans and the engine on this thing. We're working with ECM Tuner. You can follow him on Instagram. He tuned our last BMW and did a great job, so we're gonna use him again. Full flex fuel tune. He said E50 is about the max we'll be able to do on this thing, but we'll get this thing off the rack and start loading some tunes in this thing, go on a drive. What do you think, Donnie?
It'll be quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be fast.
200 horsepower for
300.
Oh, 300 horsepower for bolt-ons.
Maybe
It's
400
crazy.
horsepower, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty nuts. One day's worth of work, basically, is all we got. All the turbo noises.
You weren't lying.
Okay guys, just sat in the M2 here. We have our first map from our tuner, ECM Tuner. He sent us a map. He says it should run pretty good on this map, but he wants me to go log this thing, do like a third gear pull, and then send him the map. That's pretty cool. Do it all through BootMod 3. We have it hooked up through our laptop right now, not our phone. Makes it a little easier connection. We had a lot of issues trying to connect to that wireless BM3 OBD2 port. So went ahead and ordered a wired setup that goes straight into the laptop. Seems to be the definite way to do this. Connects every time. So we're gonna go take this M2 out right now. This should be around 700 horsepower. Hopefully these Nitto drag rails can hold up, but let's go give it a rip. All right guys, we are in the M mode right now, which has everything pretty much on Sport Plus. The AWE exhaust actually sounds pretty good in this thing. Doesn't really sound super loud in the car, which is nice. Roll the window down, you can hear this turbo. I mean, the turbo noises are super loud with this thing. It's pretty wild. Crazy. Pretty nuts that a factory car can sound like that. I mean, listen to that thing. It's wild. Oh, look, there's Steve. And we did do the XHP transmission tune. It turned up pretty good right now. on the trans shifts and everything. It feels really, really good. You can definitely tell the difference between the Sport Plus shifting and just the normal shifting. Definitely a lot more firm shifts. Roll the window back up. It is a hot one out there today. Listen to that thing. Oh my gosh. R8 don't even sound that cool. Very responsive. I really like that a lot. Oh yeah, runs really good. The tires are actually hooking up pretty well. I don't know if it's because we're kind of heat soaked a little bit, but definitely seems to be running good. Took a lot of the burble bullshit out of this tune too. You can adjust it on the map, which is kind of nice. I hate the freaking pop noises. That was like 20% throttle. I mean, it just night and day difference from what it was stock. The car actually feels like it's got power now. It feels like it's got turbos on it. Love that a lot. The comp seats in this thing. Anyone says these seats are not comfortable, they're freaking jealous because they don't have them. These are the most comfortable freaking seats that I have in any of my vehicles. And yes, I've done long trips in this car. I actually purchased the car 5 hours away, drove it all the way back home, and the whole time I'm waiting on my back or something to start feeling uncomfortable. That is not the case at all. I'm 180 pounds, 5'11". The seats are perfect, in my opinion, for my body size. Now, I'm guessing if you're a heavier guy, yeah, it might be a little snug, but I mean, for the average size guy or woman, these seats are going to be perfect for you. The only thing I do miss sometimes is having the air conditioning seats, but it does have these openings in the back which do let out some of your back heat and stuff from sitting in the seat for long periods of time. But overall, guys, get the carbon buckets if you can spend the money, and or if you find a car with these seats. It is definitely worth getting the carbon bucket seats. Hope that solves everyone's questioning of whether they should get them or not. The M2, M3, M4 groups I'm on Facebook, everyone posts, oh, they're uncomfortable, they're not good, I want to, no. They're literally, the only thing I can guess is that they are jealous because they do not have them, so they have it in their head that they do suck, and they tell everyone else they suck even though they've never sat in them before. So hopefully that solves your seat debacle if you had one with those carbon seats, guys. That is my honest opinion. I'm not saying that because I did spend the money for that option. This car just happened to pop up and it just happened to have these seats in it. They look cool, which was what kind of drew me into them, but I was worried that they weren't gonna be comfortable. They're freaking comfortable. So everyone that rides in the car says the same thing too. They're like, man, these are the most comfortable seats I've sat in a while. So they really do hold you in. They feel good. I really like them a lot. It's pretty cool. It's got a G meter on there. 0.91 G is pretty good on street tires. Now, for instance, the R8, the twin turbo all-wheel drive R8 makes 1800. It does like 1.5, 1.6 lateral Gs. This one does 0.91, so a little difference in the G-forces that you feel pulling, but still, 0.91 is very decent for accelerating Gs. Especially in a non-all-wheel drive car. Guys, you gotta remember, these M2s are rear-wheel drive only, and it actually hooks up very well once you put a drag radial or something on the back. Really happy with that. Honestly, guys, this is the most fun M car that I've owned. I've owned 2 G Series M3s, which is the 21 and up. I've owned 2 of the S Series. Let's see, I had a 2018 M3, and then I had a 2017 M2. So I've definitely had a fair share of these cars. This is the first new M2 that I've had, but I plan on hanging on this thing and modding it for you guys and see where we can go with this thing. But it's a lot of fun so far. Spinning back there, but this thing freaking cooks. Do a 4th gear. I mean, Jesus. Wow. And this is only the first tune revision that he's had with this thing. This little boy in this S7 over here has no freaking clue what he's about to get into. Okay, we're gonna head back to the shop, but hope you guys liked the ride in the 2024 M2 with all the bolt-ons. This car should definitely run some 9s in the 1/4 mile at the track. We'll have this thing at the track possibly as early as Wednesday. So in a couple days, we'll be able to take this thing, maybe get some data. It's supposed to be hot here all this week, but it's better than nothing, guys. Go support your local drag strips. Keep them guys open. That'll do it for today's video, guys. I hope you all enjoy, and I hope you all have been enjoying the boat content. I know it's something a little different, but a lot of you guys seem to be liking it because the views are really good on those videos. But that's it, guys. We'll see you next time.